Guardians of the Galaxy is such a good movie. What? Okay, I gotta talk about this. So headlines were recently fighting to let people know that Thor was now a woman. Instantly, we saw people on two sides of the divide. People that were calling this the coming of a new era, and those complaining that this was a terrible move serving only to pander. There are also people like me who were too busy waiting to watch Guardians of the Galaxy again. So let's be honest with each other. Let's be as open as humanly possible.
Sex.
Hands up here who cares about Thor. Be honest with me now. Before the movies, how much did you really care for Marvel Comics' interpretation of Thor? In fact, some of you might have been turned away because of the movies. I know I certainly was. The Thor movies have brought the franchise a lot of extra attention, which consists of... well, I'd be overgeneralizing if I said girls, and you'd be very pedantic about it in the comments, so I'm going to say people who are attracted to this. And the evidence is staggering. With the current social climate, what better way to cater to those new fans than to give them a role model that isn't a side character, but a reflection of its readership?
You girls are developing into quite the superheroes.
Someday we'll be as developed as you!
This is Marketing 101, people. And that's really the root of this whole issue. Let's start by saying there's nothing wrong with this at all. Marvel has always shaken up its roster and provided us with interpretations that differ from their originals. The baggage writers can bring with them can offer interesting new ideas, and as with this idea, can encourage or reflect the views of the changing readership. However, that also means that this isn't earth-shattering. We've had Valkyrie, Thor Girl, Wonder Woman Thor, Frog Thor, Destroyer Thor, Construction Thor, and Cybernetic Horse Corpse Thor. We've had a female Loki, and he's currently a baddie. Iron Man was Rhodey, and Isaiah Bradley was Captain America. Sam Wilson will be Cap, but so was Bucky. The Hulk has been like 50 Shades, including Grey, and his cousin She-Hulk has been a successful solo hero and lawyer. And never forget, Captain Marvel was replaced by Captain Marvel. And Captain Marvel and shit. Wait, stop. And sure, we can say this is just for new fans, but the only thing that's going to change for them is the sheer saturation of comic book material they'll get to experience, in just the same way as we did. We're upping the numbers, not changing the game. You know why we always end up with some of the old favourites? Why this is a lady Thor? Because by and large, that's what people are fundamentally drawn to. And we just keep buying into it. It's always hard to turn the critical spotlight onto ourselves. I sort of made this point in my Frozen video. People like the superficial nature of change, but ultimately that's it. They don't want it to stray too far from the brand, from what they recognise and what they're ultimately comfortable with. And it's hard because that sounds like an out-and-out criticism. If you're willing to believe me, it's not. But it is a call for a little self-awareness when you decide to make these kinds of articles on the internet. Know that the media is never ultimately out to validate you when it makes a change. You don't need the media to validate you, though it will make you think so, and you'll feed into that hype. But in the end, the media will most certainly end up validating itself. And the reason it exists. Our money. So let's call this what it is. Not bold or amazing or world-breaking, earth-shattering. It's different. And different is fine. I hope, of course, that in this case, different is good, because Thor is really fucking dull. And if you've been paying any attention, he's still with us.
Just be happy with your vagina. You got it already. Don't have to make a new one. And if you got a penis, just keep on it. Don't cut it off.
So that was me trying something a little bit different out. Let me know how I did. I have no idea. I don't know what I'm doing these days. Make sure to go onto my Twitter and check out the guys and all the links above that we have there. And most importantly, I did a Spider-Man video that talks about the film franchise and why I think the whole thing is a fucking mess. So make sure you click on that video if you haven't seen it already. And yes, that will be all. The gift shop is on the left. And please don't take the snow globes. We need them for food.
When I saw Sandal, I fell in love. I mean, Sandal is a Valkyrie.
That is a Valkyrie. Valkyrie.